Welcome to all. Today we start the new course of SYBSC under paper second. Name of the course is Plant Physiology. Okay. Today we start the first chapter of Plant Physiology, which is the introduction of Plant Physiology. Under the introduction of Plant Physiology, first of all we see the definition. Okay. Plant physiology is defined as the science of how plants develop, grow, respond to their environment at the cellular and biochemical level. Okay, means plant physiology is simple. We study the different physiological process which is occurred in the plant. And why this physiological process is occurred in the plant? Because of plant is growing in a different environment. Then this plant give response to the external environment at the cellular and biochemical level. Simply, the plant physiology is the study of different physiological process occurred in the plant at a cellular and biochemical level is generally called as the plant physiology. In the introductory topic, we see the next point is plant physiology is the sub-discipline of botany which is focusing on the functioning and physiology of the plant. Simply, we see the plant physiology is simply the study of different function, different physiological process occur in the plant. Some another branches of the botany also related to the plant physiology. Means some of the closely related fields are plant ecology, plant morphology, phytochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, biophysics, genetics. All these sub branches of the botany also related with the plant physiology. Okay, means when we see the study the plant physiology, we know the plant morphology, phytochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, biophysics, and genetics. In plant physiology, we see the some topic, for example, some fundamental processes, okay, including the plant physiology, plant nutrition, plant hormones, nastic movement, circadian rhythms, photoperiodism, function of the stomata. All these topic we study under the plant physiology. This topic we see in a subsequent chapter or next chapter. Okay. Then the next short topic under the chapter is scope and application of plant physiology. Okay. First one is the plant physiology serves as the foundation of numerous recent advantages in agriculture, horticulture, and forestry. Through the plant physiology, we study the different advantages, different function in a agricultural field, horticultural field, and forestry. Means main scope of the plant physiology in agriculture. We know the India is generally more than 50% population of India is depend on the agriculture. When we planted a particular agricultural crop in our field, for example, economic important plant, sugar cane, cotton, many food plant, we know the physiology of that particular plant. Then we planted this plant in our field. Means this is one of the scope of plant physiology in agriculture. Then horticulture, for in our field we planted the different vegetables, flowering plant, vegetable plant. We know the physiology of that fruit plant, vegetable plant. Then we planted this plant in our field. Means this is one of the scope of the plant physiology in horticulture, and same in forestry. Okay. Then next is the plant physiology has an important role in agriculture research program in near future. In near future, we require in India the population is increased. We require the large amount of food crop, grain crop. We develop this food crop as well as the grain crop. We know the physiology of the plant. Then we changes the that plant genetic makeup. Then we take a more yield from that particular plant. Means it's important role of plant physiology in agriculture in a research program also. Okay. The next point is the basic aspects of plant physiology can be applied in the crop improvement program for obtaining greater yield. This topic we see means we require the greater yield of the plant. We increase the yield of the plant. We know the physiology of the plant. When we know the plant physiology, then we change study the particular plant. Then we take a more yield from that particular plant. Okay, this is one of the scope. Okay. In particular individual, we know the physiology. That particular individual having more scope in agriculture, also in research field in agriculture, horticulture, and forest. Okay, next, plant physiology helps the researcher to study the behavior of the plant in different condition of weather. Means in India there is having a different types of weather from the Kashmir to the Kanyakumari. Okay, we planted a particular plant. We know the physiology of this plant. Then we planted that plant in a cold condition, in arid condition, in hot condition, in a desert condition, okay, in high rainfall condition. Means when we know the physiology of the plant, then we planted this plant in a different changing environment in India. Okay, this is one of the scope of plant physiology. It also helps in a genetic modification, which is very important branch of science. We know that different genetically modified plant we know in India. For example, BT cotton. To develop the BT cotton plant, we know the physiology of that plant. Then we change the genetic makeup of that particular plant. And nowadays, BT cotton is one of the genetically modified plant which is having a disease free. Okay, means we know the physiology of plant. Then we going towards the change its genetic makeup. Then develop the plant which is having a high yield, disease free. Okay. Then it helps in understanding the rate of survival of plant in unfriendly condition like drought. Means we develop a particular plant by studying its plant physiology. That plant is betterly grow in a harsh condition, in cold condition, in desert condition. Generally here is one of the example in a drought condition. Means we develop a new plant by studying its physiology. Okay, this new plant betterly grow in a drought condition. This is one of the scope of plant physiology. Then last is it helps in solving the different problem like rooting, cutting. This is the one of the vegetable propagation method, rooting, cutting. When we take a particular plant, we know the physiology of the plant, then we take this plant towards the rooting and cutting different types of vegetable propagation. Then pre and post harvesting, when the fruit or grain plant is harvested, when not harvest, we know the physiology of the plant, then we harvest that particular plant. Means we know the period of harvesting of that particular plant. Then the abscission, senation, okay, dormancy, means we study the abscission, senation period, then the dormancy period of the plant. When we study this, when we know this concept of the plant, when we know the physiology of the plant. Then the flower synchronization, defoliation, the weed control, tissue culture. One of the most important topic is the tissue culture. We grow a plant or increase the population of the plant, increase the number of the plant through the tissue culture technique. When we particular, for example, sugar cane, we develop a new plant of sugar cane through the tissue culture. First of all, we know the physiology of the sugar cane. Means here is the scope of plant physiology and tissue culture. When we know the physiology of the plant, we develop the different varieties of the plant through the tissue culture. Okay. Then the modification of plant growth structure. Okay. When we change the size and shape of the plant, okay, which is generally seen in a bolting, we know the plant physiology. Student, first chapter is not a broad. Okay. This is the end of first chapter. Next slide. Okay, we see the next second chapter. Okay, bye.